With Mustafa Ali looking to be starting a feud with Seth Rollins over the US title, former WWE writer Vince Russo criticized this move by the company, saying this on his podcast. They're booking Ali and Seth because it's going to be a great 5-star match. Who cares? Nobody cares. You're never going to get this guy over, bro. In his current form, with what he already hasn't done, it wasn't on him, bro. It was terrible booking and terrible writing. Okay, we were going to put Ali and Rollins. Meltzer would give it 5 stars and everybody would say, what a great match. But you won't draw one extra fan. Not one. With scammers online at it once again impersonating pro wrestling stars, Alexa Bliss took to Twitter to warn her fans as she wrote, "I hate that I have to keep saying this. I only have one account on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I do not talk to people on Google Hangouts or any personal pages or personal number. If you think you're talking to me, I promise you, you are not. And I would never ask for money or gift cards. If someone is saying they are me, cut off all communication." During an interview with BNN Bloomberg, The Rock spoke about WWE potentially being sold and whether he would accept a corporate role in the company, saying, "Nick Khan and I have talked about that, and we always enjoy that over a bottle of my tequila. I love the wrestling business. I grew up in it. My grandfather and my dad started here in Canada, where his father was born. So I'm not quite too sure if a board seat is in my future, but possibly other things are in my future for sure." As he unfortunately suffered a concussion during his world title match against Jon Moxley in AEW Dynamite, Hangman Page took to Twitter recently to give fans an update on his health as he wrote, "Hey, thanks everyone for being so nice. I'm doing alright and feeling good today. Had a nice panini for lunch. Thanks to Paul, Medical, Mox, Brandon, BJ, etc. Insert introspective yet merciless quote about unfinished business here." On the sessions, Darby Allin talked about being on AEW TV regularly and wanting to take a break, saying sometimes in wrestling, you have to go away for people. I think people take a lot of wrestlers for granted with the they do in the ring. There have been times I haven't been off AEW since I started. I've had a 2 or 3 week break, but I haven't been gone for more than a month since AEW started. There was a time in spring where I felt like I needed to disappear. I remember a moment last year. It was the Casino Ladder match. The people on the ladder were Jon Moxley and Hangman Page. Hangman just came back from having a kid, and the crowd in Philly was turning on Jon. It was weird. The fans were like, "Come on, Hangman." I was like, these fans don't give a I never thought the fans were going to boo Jon, ever. Then Jon went off, came back, and he's been on this crazy run. With his wife and former WWE Tough Enough winner Sara Lee tragically passing away recently, Wesley Blake issued this statement on Instagram. "Dear Sarah, I loved you from the first moment I saw you. I would always say that you were an angel walking on this earth. Beautiful, compassionate, strong, and so loving. An angel that blessed me with 3 of the most beautiful children I could imagine. But you were so much more than just mom. You were a motivator, a best friend, a sister, a daughter, an aunt, the backbone of our family, and my favorite, my wife. I really don't know what to say in these uncertain times. I just know that death can't take away the memories we made. I can't promise that it will stop grieving, but I know now that you're free. I can't thank you enough for giving me the best years of my life so far. I love you, Sarah." With her not having been seen in AEW in quite some time, it looks like Paige VanZant could be done with the company, as Meltzer reported that. Paige VanZant, who has disappeared from all talk, was a subject asked about to a wrestling trainer, Gangrel. He said, "Yes, I did train her for a little while there. She did well. She didn't train as much as I would have liked for her to train, but I haven't seen her since that match. She did that match. She wrote me and said, 'Hey, I'd like to go over the match with you and some critique.' And I said, 'Sure.' And that's the last I heard from her. She's an athlete. She could have been really, really good at it, actually." When it comes to the backstage feeling of CM Punk and AEW following the backstage brawl, the Wrestling Observer noted the sentiment of those in AEW among most talent, not all talent, was decidedly anti-Punk. Between the television promo on Paige, who was overall very popular with the talent, the scrum where he said Paige had never done anything in the business, which was taken as saying AEW means nothing in wrestling since Paige had been one of the top stars since day one and headlined 3 successful pay-per-view shows and been in arguably the best match in company history, Young Bucks versus Kenny Omega and Paige. The fight also made the entire company look bad. At the same time, this week Dana White said that their very similar backstage situation with Hamzat Chimaev, Nate Diaz, and Kevin Holland was not going to have any disciplinary action at all. It is said that nobody from WWE has had an actual contact with Punk and Guy, but Punk is close with Adam Pearce, who has some pull there, and Punk in the past has been extremely close to Paul Heyman, who's also someone that the higher-ups seem to listen to a lot. On his Grilling JR podcast, AEW commentator Jim Ross confirmed that Paul Wight went under the knife. As he said, guys like to be around Wight, you know, he's had surgery, hip surgery. I saw him just the other day at one of our shows. I think he was on a walker or a cane or something like that, but he's kind of beat up. He says he's coming back and he's going to be in great shape and he's going to have more matches. I hope that he's alright. I would love to see it. It would help AEW no doubt if he gets over, but he's got to get healthy. Speaking about his contract status with WWE, Goldberg noted on Roman Atwood's podcast that he only has 2 months left on his current deal. He also told a funny story about his encounter with WWE's co-CEO, Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie came up to me backstage one night and said, "I heard you've been headbutting the doors." I'm like, "Yeah, that's how I've got to be me." She goes, "I don't want you headbutting any more doors." I wanted to make sure that I was following her orders. They knock on my door, wham, I punched the door and broke my hand. I never told them about it, so then what am I going to do? Time out, it's freaking live television. So I punch the door. They're on the other side of the door. They don't know what's going on. I wear these gloves, right? So fortunately, I grabbed my glove and pulled my hand back out so I could move it. And I go, okay, let's go to the ring. So I went to the ring, I grabbed the rope, and I fell. And it was the night Steve Austin and I met for the first time, I think, and we did the beer bash. For WWE on Fox with Ryan Satin, Logan Paul touched on the preparations for his upcoming title match against Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel, where he also spoke about cutting promos. "I'm doing a lot of sit-ups. I need my six-pack. No one likes a WWE superstar without a six-pack. I'm getting in the ring a lot. WWE was nice enough to actually build a ring in Puerto Rico, where I live, so I can train. At the end of the day, ring generalship and comfortability in the squared circle is the most important. I'm finding the more I can do my bumps, bounce off the ropes, practice my flips, practice makes perfect, and the better I'm getting. I can feel it too. Every single day I get in the ring and practice my slams, it's just a little bit better. The physicality comes easy. Truly, what I need to work on is my mic skills. I'm not comfortable on the mic. I'll be on the mic at a show, Madison Square Garden, 18,000 people watching, all heckling me live and talking their smack while I'm trying to deliver a story. It's very difficult. Doing WWE promos is one of the hardest things I've had to do, and I have so much respect for the superstars who get in there every Monday and Friday and rattle off this stuff to perfection. I'm just not there yet. The physicality, let's go. Speaking of Triple H and Shawn Michaels, the two reunited along with Road Dogg and X-Pac for DX's 25th anniversary on Raw recently, where Billy Gunn, who is signed to AEW, was obviously missing. Apparently WWE had made travel arrangements for Gunn, as Fightful reported. WWE had gone as far as to prepare travel in Billy Gunn's name, thinking that it was a real possibility. One of the possible solutions we're told was a lower third graphic with an AEW logo, but WWE didn't seem too keen on making that a reality. Billy Gunn would also address his absence during an interview with Sports Illustrated, with him saying, "Of course, I would have liked to have been there, but I understand that I work for another company. It was a collective decision. I'm not putting it on anyone. I'm not sour about it. We're two separate companies, and it just didn't work out." with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's daughter, who is going by Ava Raine in WWE, set to make her TV debut. Shawn Michaels gave an update on this, noting during the Halloween Havoc media call, "So look, both are coming along great. I don't want to give out the trade secrets and stuff. 2023 for sure. They're getting awfully darn close. I think Valerie has done one or two on the road, but absolutely, and Ava has done some promos. We've done stuff in the Performance Center, both of them. Maybe by the end of the year, and certainly 2023, they're very close." Despite having his retirement match over the summer, Nature Boy Ric Flair hinted at getting back in the ring, as he told TMZ Sports when asked about a return. "I don't know. I've already promised I was done once. Right now, I'm not doing anything, but never say never." Touching on her career-ending injury, which she received from Sasha Banks during a live event match for WWE, AEW star Saraya noted on Talk Is Jericho, "My neck just friggin' snapped back like I was in a car crash. And then I was like paralyzed for a couple of minutes, which is the most terrifying thing. I just remember laying there, and then I didn't cry, but I knew instantly. I was just like, this is it, like I'm done, like I'm toast, right? I look over and I see Sasha, Bailey, and there's Mickie James and everyone. They were just crying. I look at Mandy and Sonya, and they were crying." With it reported by the Wrestling Observer that AEW is currently in talks to buy out CM Punk's contract, it's been said by Fightful that Punk is more likely than ever to return to WWE with Triple H in charge. We spoke with WWE sources who wouldn't comment in an official capacity, but On Background provided us with some insight. They said that they didn't think that Vince McMahon would have brought CM Punk in, especially after Brawl Out, and noted that Fox had pushed for it to happen before AEW signed him. However, the line of thinking that was presented to us under the Triple H regime is that the right situation, right money, and right creative can leave the door open for anything within reason. One said Triple H wants to be a success and make compelling programming more than anything. CM Punk back in WWE is compelling programming, but I can't see it being a full-time deal like what he has in AEW because of exactly what happened in AEW. That's even if he has interest. If he gets a buyout, he may not need to work again. With rumors of CM Punk potentially having his AEW contract bought out, Chris Jericho liked this tweet, which reads, "Imagine that you're CM Punk. You've had one of the most triumphant comebacks ever in the history of wrestling. You've been promoted as the star you never got to be in WWE, and within a year you completely ostracize yourself, becoming so toxic that you're not worth having around." And this was your Pro Wrestling News Update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.